a quick revision of pectoral girdle, muscles and bones, especially the clavicle. What is pectoral girdle? This is something which is holding the weight, or which is important for transferring the weight from upper limb to the rest of the body, or the axial skeleton of the body, for division of weight towards the lower limbs. Okay, that means when you carry something, the weight is transferred via the pectoral girdle into the axial skeleton. So what forms the pectoral girdle? Clavicle, scapula, and humerus. Okay, all three of them form together pectoral girdle. The muscles of this pectoral girdle are pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, okay, and deltoid. From the front, on the back side, you will see this is pectoralis major, minor. On the back side, you will see trapezoid, trapezius, and the deltoid muscles. So also once we reflect trapezius muscle, you will see some of the muscles of the back, or the scapular muscles. These are the muscles which are attached to the scapula. So I'm not going into details of muscles of scapula right now. Now let's see clavicle. Clavicle has got two ends. What are the two ends? Medial end, lateral end. Medial end is rounded, lateral end is flat. Medial end has got a rounded cylindrical shaped structure. So it has almost this bone, which is a long bone, but obviously it is placed horizontally in our body. This is one of the speciality of clavicle. And you can see that the clavicle medial 2/3 is rounded and cylindrical, whereas lateral 1/3 is flat and thinner compared to the medial end. How do we determine the side of the clavicle? We have medial rounded end, lateral flattened end, okay, and superior smooth surface, inferior rough surface, because of the attachment of the structures. Inferior rough surface, especially you will see something called as conoid tubercle, which is an elevation towards the posterior side, okay, towards you back side, okay. So this is how you have to keep it backwards, so that you understand which side bone it is. This is my left clavicle, okay. Now how to keep in anatomical position? Medial rounded end downwards and forwards, lateral end backwards and upwards, okay. So this is how you will keep in anatomical position of a clavicle. All right, now what are the surfaces and attachments? Let us understand. Clavicle has got superior surface and inferior surface, anterior and posterior sides, okay. So now you have to understand what are the muscle attachments here. You can see in this particular picture, the pectoralis major from the front, pectoralis minor is below it, but it doesn't take attachment to the clavicle, okay. And it has deltoid muscle on the lateral 1/3. So you have on the front side pectoralis major and deltoid. On the back side, you have some muscle which is coming from the neck region, that is called as sternocleidomastoid muscle. You can see in this picture is a sternocleidomastoid, and back side lateral 1/3 you have trapezius muscle, back of the neck, okay, trapezius muscle. Then inferiorly, what do we have? Below, under surface, what do we have? You can see this picture here. You can see there is subclavius muscle, and you can see some important ligaments. One is costoclavicular ligament, which is coming from the first rib, and others are coracoclavicular ligament. There are two parts for it, the trapezoid part and the conoid part. Trapezoid part is attached to the trapezoid ridge, and conoid part is coming for its attachment to the conoid tubercle, okay. These two are the structures which are present beneath the inferior surface of the clavicle, okay. So you can understand why inferior surface is rough, okay. I hope you understood the clavicle.